Hi, everybody. This is Carla, and I am a certified yoga instructor. I have my own studio. We are filming from the studio today. My yoga studio is called Happy Tree Yoga, and I have a class for you today that is a quick class that you can do before you go to work or at night before going to bed. So let's get started. You are going to sit down on your mat, cross-legged if you can. If you cannot cross your legs, don't worry. You can just extend your legs forward. That is completely fine as long as you feel comfortable. So when we're sitting on the floor with any posture, you want to engage your belly. So that means hug your belly in, just gently, a gentle hug, and that's going to protect your lower back, okay? So sit up nice and tall, shoulders up and back, and your head rising up nice and long, okay? Now either soften your gaze or close your eyes and take deep breaths, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Do this several more times. Deep breath in and exhale. Let's do that one more time. Very good. So a lot of times we get a lot of tension in the neck and in the shoulders, especially if you work on the computer a lot. So this posture that we're about to do is to release tension from the shoulders, okay? So you're gonna lift your shoulders up to your ears, back behind the ears, as far back as you can, even squeeze your shoulder blades in, and then release the shoulders down, okay? Let's do that again. Lift the shoulders up to the ears, back behind the ears, and down. Let's do it 3 more times. Up, breathe in, back, start to breathe out, down, release all the breath. Okay, 2 more. And last one. Very good. Now let's do some neck rolls. Just start to circle your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. The neck and the shoulders should be relaxed here, and the belly is hugging in. Okay, let's do one more circle. Very good. Now, when you get back to chin to chest, go ahead and reverse those circles. Go in the opposite direction. And breathe in. And breathe out. Loosey-goosey. No tension here in the neck or the shoulders. And take slow and deep breaths. We're going to do 2 more. Make those last circles as big as you can. And come back back to the center. Very good. Now from here, let's come to our hands and knees. So when you come to your hands and knees, it's called tabletop position. You're a table. So that means that your hands are underneath of your shoulders, shoulder width apart, and your knees are underneath of your hips, hip width apart. Okay? Now the belly's not just hanging like this, you're lifting the belly up. And also, I want you to pay attention to your elbow creases. If they're facing forward like this, then you're putting too much tension on your joints. So if that's happening, it's called hyperextending or locking your elbows. If that's you, then you're going to start to bend the elbows, and now they're parallel to each other. So it's not a deep bend, but it's a very slight bend, and that's going to make those elbow creases face each other. That's very important in all of the postures that require you to be on your hands and knees. All right, so now that we're here, we're going to arch the spine. This is called the cat and cow pose. So this is the cow, and then we round the spine, chin to chest, tailbone in, okay? Arms straightened. Again, arch, elbows bend a little, arch your spine, belly relaxes, look up. Round, chin to chest, tailbone in, straighten the arms. Push the ground away from you. All right, let's do that 3 more times at your own pace, now that you know what we're doing. Inhale as you arch, and exhale as you round. Good. One last time. And come back to the center. Okay, we're going to come up to downward facing dog from here. So all you have to do is lift your knees off of the mat. Try to press your heels down to the floor. This is also called like an inverted V. Your head is just relaxed. You're looking down behind you, between your shins or between your feet. That way, the back of the neck is nice and long. The sit bones are lifting higher and higher, and the belly is in, okay? Let's take 2 more breaths in downward facing dog. And we're going to transition now to pigeon pose. So you're going to walk your left leg back a little further. This right leg is going to bend and come across the front of your body as high up as you can bring it. And then the left leg is going to extend back as far back as you can. And then you're going to lower your elbows down, okay? If you have a block available, then we can use that for our forehead. We can place it on our forehead and rest our forehead there. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, now from there, walk the arms to the left, just as far as you can go. This will intensify the stretch. But of course, if you can't do this, if this is too much for your body, then you would come back to where you started. No big deal, you just have to listen to your body. If you're here, then maybe you're just up on your elbows. Or maybe you can put your forehead down on the floor. Or you can use a block and put your forehead down on the block. Okay, so let's take a few more breaths in this pigeon pose. This is a variation of pigeon. And one more deep breath. Very good. Now let's walk it back into the center. We're going to lift to the hands and knees first, and then up to downward facing dog. Okay? Now here we're going to do something that's called walking the dog. So that means you bend one knee, the opposite heel presses down, you switch sides, and then you do it as many times as it feels good, walking the dog. And then we're going to do that pigeon on the other side. So the right leg steps back, the left leg bends and goes across the front of your body, as far up the mat as you can go, and that right leg extends back. Now it's very important in pigeon that you don't let your hips fall like this to the side, okay? That is not the correct alignment. The correct alignment is for this part of your body, so your hamstring and your glute, to be lifted off of the mat. You should be able to place a block underneath there, and there's plenty of space for that, okay? So that's how you want to do your pigeon. Then you lower your elbows down, and of course for some of you that are more flexible, you can extend the arms forward and place your forehead down on the floor between your arms. But again, if that does not work out for your body, use a block for your forehead, and that's perfectly fine. If you don't have a block at home, but you have a pillow or a blanket, you can use that as well. And breathe in and breathe out. Very good. When you're ready, the arms walk to the right, only as far as you can go comfortably. And again, either the arms extend out and you put the forehead down on the floor. If that's too much for you right now, use your block or just stay up on your elbows. That's completely fine. And breathe in and breathe out. Try to relax your body. Let's take one more deep breath. Good. Slowly come back to the center. And this is called a transition, okay? So we are going to let the weight fall to the side, to that left side. And we're just going to swing the legs in front, okay? So now we are sitting up again, but with our legs extended forward, okay? So the last pose that we're going to do here is a very traditional posture called the head to knee pose. Very good for the hips and the hamstrings. So you want to take your right foot to touch your left inner thigh. Your left a straight line. Okay, so not like this. Straight line from ankle to hip. And this right leg, if it's up like this, you can put a block under it and try to relax into the block. Okay? Otherwise, just try to melt it down into your mat as much as you can. Good. Now we're going to inhale. The arms up. You can look up between your hands if you'd like. And now follow your hands down to your foot. If you cannot reach your foot, then put your hands on your shin. Put your hands on the floor or wherever it is that you can reach. Okay? So hold it here and breathe just for a few more breaths. Let's take one more deep breath. Very slowly come up. Now you could do this in a fancy way, and you could come up like this, arms up, and then hands to your heart center, if that works for you, or you can just slowly push up. Okay, make it your own practice. Now let's switch sides, so we will extend the right leg forward, the left foot to the right inner thigh. Inhale, your arms up. If you can, look between your hands. Exhale to fold forward and down. Again, if you can't reach your foot, just place your hands anywhere where you can reach comfortably. Slow and deep breaths. Just a few more breaths. You're doing really good. One more deep breath. Okay, so either we push up like this, right, or we inhale, the arms up, and we exhale, the hands to our heart center. Very good. Now we're ready to do our final relaxation, also called Shavasana. Okay, so for this final relaxation, you want to be completely relaxed. That's right. So just find a comfortable place. Now for a lot of people, laying down flat like this with their legs extended forward hurts their lower back, okay? So if that's you, you can either keep your knees bent, you can do it like this, or I also have students that like to lay on their side in a fetal position, so you could do this, or, you know, whatever feels good. You can even place a block or a blanket or a pillow under your head, so it could look like this. Whatever makes you feel the most comfortable, okay? So we're just gonna lay here for a few breaths. And what is Shavasana? Why is it that we have to do this final relaxation? Well, it gives your body some time to register all of the postures that you did with the breath. And it helps you to meditate. It helps you to find the present moment, to find that quiet place inside. If there's any lingering stress or anxiety in your body or your mind, it also gives you a chance to let it go. You are welcome to do final relaxation for as long as you'd like. It depends on how much time you have. Normally, if I'm teaching a yoga class at the studio, I give the students between 6 and 10 minutes of Shavasana. But if you're in a hurry, then you can do at least 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. So you hold the Shavasana for as long as you like. You can even pause the video and unpause it when you're done. But all we're going to do from here is I don't want you to swing up to sit. I know that's very tempting, especially if you're in a rush, if you're getting ready for work, you want to just get yourself going. But the safest way to come out of this is to roll to your side, to push yourself up with your arms. And normally, I like to sit back down to honor myself for taking this time to do this for me, because I know how good this is for my body and for my mind. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you will join me again. I will do different videos. Some of them will be like this, and others will be a little bit more of a workout style of yoga, and others will be restorative and yin. So hopefully we get a little bit of everything. But for today, thank you for doing this with me, and namaste. And a lot of people ask me, what does namaste mean? Namaste means the light in me honors the light in you, and we are one. How beautiful is that? So thank you again. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope it helps you. See y'all soon.